저기 저기.
You went up, didn't you?
They're right there. It's weird, right?
What is that? Look.
Boy. No way, no one said nothing about this. What is this? That's mad, babes. It's changing into shapes.
Yeah,
See that?
yeah.
Boy, zoom in a bit more.
I can't.
You can't.
Mm-mm.
I saved that for right now and then do another video. Sometimes it does. That's mad. Zoom out.
has released their own X-Files online. They've documented sightings of unidentified flying objects, alien spaceships, and flying saucers. Whatever you would like to call them, it's all in there, dating all the way back to the 40s, Natalia.
I'm a bit of a skeptic, so our next guest is going to have to do a bit to convince me, Cam. But to discuss all of this and tell us about his own UFO experiences is lecturer, author, and ufologist. I love that. James Gilliland. Welcome to the show, James.
Oh, thanks for having me on the show.
It's great to have you here. Now, why have the CIA released their documents after all this time?
Basically, they have to, because disclosure is happening not just from the skies. I mean, ships are showing up everywhere. But at the same time, all the disclosure movements and everything else are bringing out all the files, and hundreds of government eyewitnesses on the highest levels are coming out with their testimony. So it's almost embarrassing for them to continue to try to keep the cover-up going. They did a poll in Texas. They had a huge flyover. A lot of ships flew over Texas, and they did a poll to see if people believe in UFOs. 99% of the people said yes.
But the government has always maintained this kind of secrecy because they believe that the human race can't handle the truth, that we'd all be moved to panic if we thought that there were really aliens out there.
Yeah, it goes deeper than that, because these beings have free energy. They have the cure for most diseases. They're extremely advanced beings, and so for them to come here would kind of topple the corporations, the war and disease profiteers and things like that. So,
now, James, we're going to have to cut you off there, because this is not just someone seeing a frisbee photographed in the sky or a hot air balloon that's reflecting the sun. This is a guy saying that these beings have free energy. Like, how do you know that?
Well, I've had face-to-face. Yeah, I've had face-to-face contact with them.
Well, tell us about that.
Well, actually, they look very much like you do. They're very genetically refined. They're very beautiful.
We've got to go to this.
And they're very spiritually
alien-esque.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't know.
Well, we are. Yeah, it's like we are. They're our ancestors, and they're returning.
Yeah.
And they didn't have to go through all the start overs, like because of all the pole shifts and disasters on the Earth. They continue to evolve, so they're extremely evolved. They're very spiritually, very technologically advanced beings.
Now, your ranch near Mount Adams, which is around Washington.
Yeah.
You say that that's a bit of a hot spot because it's on a sort of an energy vortex.
Yeah, and Kenneth Arnold, who coined the word flying saucers, actually saw the ships land on the western slopes of Mount Adams, which is actually my front yard. So
this is from your ranch, this footage, is it?
Yes. There's a real long history of UFO activity there. It goes back to the Native Americans.
Yeah. And
they know all about, you go to the elders of the Native Americans and they'll tell you all about the UFOs and who's on them and their ways and everything. And they used to take their sick and wounded up to a certain place on the mountain where there's a door that opened up, and they would come back out a week later totally healed with broken bones and things like that. But that stopped because our technology got a little too advanced, and we were kind of messing with them, so they kind of closed off communications.
Now, Robbie Williams comes out to your place and stays there for weeks at a time. So, everyone knows Robbie, but can the average punter come and stay at your joint for a couple of weeks?
Yeah, we've had all kinds of famous people come there, but I always tell people, rather than believe me, come and see it yourself, because it's not something we're trying to prove happened in the past. It's still happening. And so almost every night we go out there, and we've seen at least 12 to 13 ships, sometimes 250 ships come over, and we have triple PhD Boeing engineers, Skunk Works people, Lockheed engineers, Air Force base commanders, pilots, air traffic controllers, all testifying that these are unknown. They're not anything that they know of, just by the way they act.
And lastly, there was a sighting of a cluster of UFOs flying in unison over Moscow.
Yes,
now, the video has been declared authentic by experts. So what do you think it'll take for me and the other skeptics out there to finally believe that UFOs and aliens are real?
Well, the whole key is you have to want to know. So you see with your brain. Your brain actually chooses out of billions of bits of information what is your reality. So when you really are sincere and you come at it with pure intent, an open mind, and a loving heart, then you start having contact. So it's kind of backwards to say, prove it to me. You have to be kind of open to that reality. Do your research and it'll come to you. The universe works that way. It'll bring it to you.
James, you've seen these people.
Yes.
And you say they look like Natalia. This skepticism could be just a cover.
Yeah.
She could be an embedded alien. You reckon?
You know, we all are, basically. Because they're our ancestors. They're returning, so their genetics are the same. We're a mix of genetics from 12 major star nations here on the planet. And so all of these, all of these giant monuments like the pyramids, we still can't build those today.
No, that's right.
Yeah, and we still can't replicate that.
So hard enough to get a house renovation
So who
finished.
did it? Yeah.
Wow.
All right, well, thank you very much, James. I for one, would love to come out and visit your ranch
we
and
are
spend a
not
couple of
alone.
weeks out there on the ridge, you know?
Yeah, I want to meet my people. I definitely do. Now, James, you're touring Australia this month. You've got workshops, sky watches, and all the details are on our website, of course.
Great,
So people out there, get involved. This is super interesting stuff.